And that's why you are coming out at the end as a successful mother, a successful woman, looking back the milestones you have crossed to get to that point. But some find it extremely hard to reconcile the activities they face during the day, from the domestic chores to professional life to maybe those in business, how they can cope. And it becomes very heavy for them. You find out that some are depressed, some are withdrawn, some are having challenges in their marriages because they cannot actually balance it off well. So it depends on an individual and the environmental factors that you find yourself. Some have supportive husbands, in-laws, and relations. Some don't have. So it depends on the angle you find yourself.
But during your tenure, do you have any plans for this kind of women that may be under pressure, coping and juggling all this? Because times are different now from the time that you were in that stage. Do you have any plans?
Yeah, for me, you find out that we have three generations. My age range now, the Gen Zs and the ones that are millennials, it will be difficult to have a straight jacket approach to it. So what we intend to do is having a series of programs that will encourage them to uh, cope with the situation. And you know that some of them now are equally born by mothers that were academic before. So now they are coming on with that lifestyle, coming to meet another challenge. You tell them I'm not there. And if you watch the divorce rate, it is getting higher than what it used to be. So, as a religious woman or as a Catholic woman, the only thing you can do is build your faith. Look at the people ahead of you by age or by social standard and say, if this person can do it, I will also do it. You pass the challenges of going to primary school, secondary to university level. Those ones are not easy. You can also meet up with all these challenges, having God first. And that is why we are called Christians. So when we look at our Jesus Christ, the Mother Mary, and the other role models in the church, those are the guiding principles that make us build our faith. And with patience, you see yourself.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to open the line for text messages. If you want to send a text message to my guest, the Mother Superior of the CWO in Abuja, Dr. Mrs. Nnenna Ilukwe, you can send a text message to 081 I beg your pardon, 070-679-73508. That's just for text messages. So 070-679-73508. So, Madam President, I want to ask you, so what do you think, in your opinion, is the mission of CWO? What would you say is the mission and the goals of CWO? Why does CWO exist?
Thank you very much, Sisi Bunmi. CWO, for short, is Catholic Women Organizations. In the Catholic Church, there are different women groups. The essence of having this CWO is to ensure that women are collaborating in nature, working together towards the development of the church. They also look at the enhancement of the welfare of the women. It is one person dragging the other. And they work to see that the church activities improve. They promote the aims and objectives of the Catholic women all over. And then what are those aims and objectives? We talk about the spiritual growth. Because you are already inside the religious group. So what you are talking about is, if a sister is going down a faith, a sister will pull her by educating her, whether in the spiritual life or otherwise, because that is a networking point. You can have challenges and the sister will guide you on how to do it. Now you also talk about evangelism to promote the family life of your members and by extension the neighborhood. I may be living with non-Catholics or non-Christian community, but my behavior will identify me as, oh, that Catholic woman, oh, that Christian, oh, that sister that, the way you behave alone will make people to be looking at who is this special person that has just passed. And that, having said that, talk about empowerment. When you talk about empowerment does not necessarily mean packing the whole of the money, packing the whole of goods and giving to somebody. You're empowering a sister when you smile alone and say, oh, sister, what's going on? She will look up and say, oh, don't worry, I was carried away. And you are bringing that memory back. Then if you get into the conversation, you actually may find out that the problem she's going through, it can be of help. And you can then talk about the physical aspect of it, financially. We gather and we look at those that are not financially buoyant. We try to extend one kind of help to the other in the name of the Catholic women. And we try to see that that person comes up better than what she used to be. Because I've seen instances where each time somebody is always down, you will ask them, what is your problem? And talking alone, you find out maybe the person is depressed. Then we, as sisters, started, okay, this person, something is wrong. Let's be doing something to help her financially. And from nowhere, that person today is giving to another person to also come up. And it happens in different fora, not just in a particular. That is one of the reasons. And then promotion of peace and justice. Women are there for women. When we see that one of our own is being oppressed, we say, no, this is not it. We speak out for one another. And making sure that we're at peace, we also speak against some things like domestic violence. We talk about child abuse. We talk about maltreatment of our domestic staff. So many things that are rearing its ugly faces in the society these days. We condemn it. And then we preserve the Catholic doctrine. Those things that we are taught, we make sure we hand them down. You understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, the Catholic is saying, bring your child for baptism. If you're a Catholic, you must actually make sure that within 6 months of giving birth, you take your child for baptism. Maybe it's a challenge that you have that makes you not even go between the first month and the third month of giving birth, so that you start your economic activities. So women, make sure that we preserve the Catholic doctrine. Going to wedding in the church is not just a social function. You are being taught the essence of going for marriage course and how you will live happy thereafter. And so many things that, like even taking your child to a Catholic school to make sure that that person did not derail from the spiritual angle or from the behavioral activities you engage in, and so on and so forth. And we can also talk about unity and fellowship. As you gather as a Catholic women or as Christians, we try to emphasize unity. It's not a place to go and fight. It's not a place to go and decide who is the richest.
Gossip.
Yes, gossip or wearing the highest clothes. That's why we come on with our uniform. You can wear the best of shoes. We don't want to see that. The one that is well pronounced is the uniform you are putting on. And once you are putting on that uniform, I don't think you will misbehave. Because you know that somebody else is looking at you to say, is this not the Catholic woman that I know? Look at her, look at what. So you're already cautious at your behavior. And that is about the unity and fellowship with one another.
That's interesting. You came with some soundtracks to your life, and we played 2 already. The third one is Mercy Chinwo featuring Chioma Jesus. Okay, more. Is it?
I know what you call it.
We played that. Yes.
Put it.
Yes. Okay, more. Okay, more. What does it
Okay,
mean?
more is the highest ways. And you are talking about God. And you know, God and Jesus Christ is always interwoven. So when you are praising your God, you are giving him names, exalting him higher and higher. That's when you do your sacrifice. It's the highest spirit that will take that sacrifice. And you are bringing yourself as a sacrifice that God will also honor you and help you out in your problems. So those things that are your problems, you table it before God, and he will come and take them. Even when you are appreciating God, you are appreciating God for the good things he has done and the things that is yet to do. Yes. So those are the Igbo translations that he was now using to say, okay, Nnenna Ilukwe. Aja is sacrifice. So some of those things are just trying to praise your God in a very special way, deeply too. And that's what I think I should be doing every day of my life. Because looking back into my life, I know that I've gone through a lot of things and they didn't swallow me. I've traveled by road to so many states in this country.
When you were with the CBN?
Yes, when I was working. As a bank examiner, I moved from one state to the other. And I never experienced any bad luck. Even when we had to cross the river to Bonny area and all that, I don't know how to swim. God still took me to that side and came back. And sometimes we go on the road, like when I went to Yola. From Yola, we are coming towards the bus. At a point, there was an incident. Our tire just deflected. By the time we finish changing the tire, we get stuck somewhere. They've been robbed. Those that passed us have been robbed. So if I remember that particular incident, and that was the early days of Boko Haram, we saw them running into the bush. You know, that's God kept me.
That's the grace of God.
Yeah.
Well, how do you define the grace of God in your life?
It is abundant the way they say it too. In fact, there's nothing you can use to express it to really fit in. Because you don't plan it. There are certain things that others will pass through. When you come there, it was as if you are smiling and they are moving. They say, this thing is difficult. How did you do that? I don't know. It's just simple like that. So I can't use a particular word to define grace. Because God is the greatest of the grace. You can't just buy it. You can't just say, I dash you this. No, he has already put it in you the day he wanted to. So that's how I see my own grace moving. And all the challenges that you now say, how did you overcome this? Does it bother you? Does it hurt you? Well, I don't know. But you keep moving, knowing that God is there with you at every point in time.
And this is why you have dedicated your life to serving God.
Exactly. He has seen me through work life. He has seen me through childbearing. He has seen me through to this particular age that I am now. Looking the next time if the date comes, all glory to God. So I'm ever grateful that today I'm alive and I'm sharing the testimonies of my life.
Serving God.
That's even serving God and seeing people also, helps me to also say, oh, if these people are still here, why not me? It's not that I just came and the first person. I saw people doing it and they are happy in their homes. They are still saying, God, thank you every day, bowing to the Almighty God. And I'm looking up to those people to say, okay, you are my mentor. I also bow. Since God is praying. That's my view about the grace.
You're listening to Journey Through Life with me, your host, Sisi Bunmi, and my guest is a very special one this evening, the Mother General, the President of the Catholic Women Organization of the whole of Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, Dr. Mrs. Nnenna Ilukwe. And you're only, how many months now in the office?
100 days ago.
100 days ago, okay. So I'm going to also open the phone lines, 070 081 08108447518. I'll repeat that, 08108447518. If you want to join the conversation, you have a question or a comment, please do call through that number. So, Dr. Mrs. Ilukwe, I want to ask you now, so what is your own personal mission and plan? Because you have 4 years. So what, because you've been handed over this organization, where do you see yourself taking it to? What are the plans? Tell us all the goodies you have in store for us.
Thank you, Sisi Bunmi. And my listening sisters, I think it's right that I tell you not only me, my executive, and all the women, we are marching forward. One is this unity we are talking about. We need to be united in order to achieve that purpose. So having said that, we started by making sure that tensions of electioneering are subdued. And I think having had my second meeting, I've gotten the support of women to say yes. Now, having gotten that support from them, we have a goal. We have something that we say, okay, in 4 years, we can beat our chest as Catholic women of Abuja. Yes, we are here. And that is giving us ourselves a signpost directing people to CWO Abuja. And that's it. We need to show our presence with an address. And having put it in this parable, we are now saying we need a space in Abuja. That space is where somebody will come and say, yes, this is Maria Villa. We talk about skill acquisition. That is where we will train our women. Those that don't have anything for now to do, having gone through school, we can always bring you closer and say, do it this way, do it this way. That is lifting you up from where you are to another level. Then, we have all manner of women, capacity women, those that can even lecture in that space. We have upcoming mothers who we can say, okay, manage this creche for us. We'll have a creche there. So that even if you come for a training, somebody will take care of your children. The neighborhood also bring their children to be taken care of in that daycare center or creche, as you can call it. Now, aside the skill acquisition, we are looking at a retreat center. What do I mean by retreat center? Normally, the Catholic women will do, and sometimes we also have events that will take us for a prayer line. The retreat now, we normally go to places to rent space. We want to have our own. And because we want to have our own, we are looking at building 100 rooms hostel, Maria hostels. That one alone, we cannot finish using it. The other societies in the church can always look for space, because it's going to be like a 3-star hotel. So people will look for the space and we generate income to maintain it. That space will also be an employment, give employment to women and our youth. So if you have a space like that, you have 100 rooms to manage. You can't just hold and wait until the event is coming. You can actually rent it for people that need it coming into the city. It's going to be very cheap and affordable. So we can use that as money making also. But the basic reason for keeping it is retreat, church activities, different societies. We have many societies in the church. They can always go there. We have open space where you can park your cars and security is there watching. Then we have the admin block in the same space. That admin block will contain several offices for all the societies in the Catholic Church to rent. if they so wish to, because it's going to be at a location easily accessible. Now, the chapel. The chapel will have 5 seating capacity, so you can actually do your mini wedding in that chapel, and then move straight to the event center, which will also be in that environment. The event center, at least 1,000 to 1,500 seating capacity, so that even when we want to do a mega rally or anything, that place will be accommodative. Now, we are looking at also a station where we put. Initially, we were thinking of a clinic, but no. Right now, to make it a clinic, we don't know the estate around, whether they have hospital facility. And what if we're having a function? Somebody needs to go under surgery in the next 2 hours and survive. We can't wait. Rather, we will now have a theater that such a surgery can quickly be done, instead of trying to run out. The only thing you need to do is the person managing the facility will call for the relevant doctors in that field. Expertise. Yes, exactly. To now carry out surgery. There will be a theater, there will be labor room. Of course, they are building this for women, so there should be labor room. In case we are having a function and you have emergency labor, it should just be in a stone throw. So, having looked at all these things, and we have a standard restaurant, because you can't come for a retreat and you now start going outside to buy food. We have a caller. Oh, okay, thank you. Good evening. What's your name and where you calling from? Good evening. What?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm just calling from Lagos.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not coming now. When I came in, you were asking her question, how is the grace of God being in her life? Interesting, that's very question, very much. The grace of God, anyone who understands it, because no matter the situation find the same, you want to come to God. But it's very unfortunate today, if you wish to live, most of the find that it's so difficult. You either go for camp, either from Mori, either find another way of doing. And from that, you cannot understand this grace of God in for her life. And so the grace of God is very important. Just as we tell people that put the word of God into practice. If you put it into practice, you're able to do that. Yes, God is capable to do all things. Thank you.
Thank you. What do you say to that? That's fine. It's grace.
You are going to
make us here.
This your project. You are going to need the grace of
It's
God, because it's a big
grace.
project.
Yes, it's the grace we are talking about.
So how do you plan to achieve it? Because it's a big project, it's a massive project. Or you have the money is ready.
The money is not ready, but God is the one that is doing his job. I don't have to go and start looking for money where the money is not available. At least you know that Abuja is already created. There are different locations where people have not occupied. We are going to occupy one. And in the Catholic Church, we have people that can say, okay, I will do this, I will do that. So people can actually volunteer to take up part of the project. Yes, so as long as that thing is for God.
I want to sponsor the clinic aspect of it.
Sure.
I want to sponsor the hostel part of it.
The skill acquisition. Okay. I'm getting offers already. That I will help you. I will even manage. I will do this. We are having a lot.
I would encourage people to come forward as a legacy to themselves.
My dear, this is just the beginning. Even as of today, somebody walked in and said, I will help you to process this. You will get the money. I looked at her and said, sister, just carry your shame, hold my own. I will hold your own. What will happen is that we are just at the beginning stage. When that time comes, we will march on together.
Amen.
There is money. And God did not tell us there's no money. We created money. But God has already sanctioned that. It is for us, the children of God.
Yes.
It's for the children of God to have all the good things in life. So we already have promises. They are waiting for the time we say, oh yeah, give it to us. The people that will facilitate, the people that will build, the people that will finance those that will come to benefit. You know, Catholic Church will have JDPC. You are aware of that?
Yes.
So JDPC is always looking at things to do with the youth. Youth empowerment is there, justice is there, peace is there. So when we combine, we go and meet them. We have put up this structure that we cannot train up to 200 youths. They will take it up and sponsor it. And when they sponsor it, you see how vibrant they are. The last time we were meeting, they brought some boys that graduated from the IT world. Come and see demonstration. These are people that have already lost hope. The parents could no longer take them to school, to the university, and they are speaking that IT language with pride. And you see it happening live. They will tell you, okay, we started from here. This is where we are now. So companies are looking for us. But we want to teach our brothers and sisters to come out. They brought a tailor who was already kind of living a life of what can I do. They brought him. He told us what I'm wearing. I'm the one that designed it. I have gotten a shop, and from that shop, I've gotten so many machines in addition to the one they gave me to start up.
And who trained this tailor?
The JDPC.
Wow.
Then the Catholic Church. The money is there, but the idea of what you want and who will give you that option is what some people are lacking. But from my point of view now, and from my location at the Catholic Church level, there's nothing that is impossible. Even some of our women that are still finding it difficult to balance up because they are not skilled in a particular area, they will benefit from what I'm talking about. And let me tell you something. The population growth in Abuja is tripling, and the development of infrastructures is also the area you need to see that you know where it's stopped. There will be a time those that can't catch up will be chased out of Abuja because they can't go and live on the street. They will chase you out. That's why I did this those days. That was just the high cost of living is there. So for us not to be disadvantaged, now is the starting time. We have to start now. Invest in that and make sure that those children, I'm not talking about my generation, but my children should harvest from the good things we are doing today. And you can't tell a mother or a child, when I gave birth to you, I gave birth to you in Abuja, and today you are finding me in one lungu down my area inside the bush. That child will never be happy. And we're talking about them now, that they are still yet unborn. We're talking about them now. I was hearing one person, they demolished my house. I said, yes, it's better you build the demolish than that you do it at all. Because prosperity will judge you for not even making an effort. So now that you build and demolish, you now know you will go and get the proper documentation. And you start afresh. So you understand the angle I'm looking at. We are looking at crises that will happen in the next 30 years. We want to come today by making sure we build for our women. And you know, as years goes, other people that will come in after me, they will also key in to say, oh, this is a good vision. Possibly I didn't have a very good place when I came to Abuja, but somebody helped me. So I'm going to help another person. Yes. And like that. Yes, like that. Everybody will be living happily. One day we will forget about people and the outside there.
So for our listeners now, if there's anybody, benefactor who wants to key into this your laudable project, what do you say to such a person? It doesn't have to be a whole building. Can they just say, okay, I want to sponsor a room in the, I don't know what the plans are.
Thank you, Sisi Bunmi. I told you we have 100 rooms. Hostel, Maria hostels. If you can't take up the whole of that building, on 25th July, the diagram is displayed. You will see the model.
At which location is it?
Oh, St. Charles Lawanga Parish, Apo. After the mass, we're going to the reception. We will unveil the model.
That's your first arch-diocese
Project. Yes, that is the first one. So we will unveil the project, looking at those buildings inside the model displayed in that show glass. You will see the hostels, you will see the event center, you will also see the admin block, you will see even the management, facility management office, the cafeteria, all those things that have been said. You will see all of them inside that model displayed. Then, apart from that, because some people will not be able to see it the way it is, it will be projected on the screen for you to see how the environment will look like, what and what that is. So for our invitees, we are encouraging them to pick up something. That 100 rooms is 100 minutes. Anyone you can do
will be named after you.
Be named after you. If you cannot do it alone, two people can team up and put it in the Nnenna Sisi Bunmi room. And that will be at the reception. You are shaking it. So the key you will pick, you see the people that paid for it. Yes, and we are going to have everything accounted for.
So what happens if you have become oversubscribed as you are giving everybody?
Oh no, we have more. We have more space. We have more space. The Catholic Church and the women, our needs are many. So we have space.
But I know the women, anything we put our mind to,
we want to do it.
We will achieve it by the grace of God.
We will do it.
So how do you plan to bring in all? You were saying earlier on about uniform, that everybody wears the same uniform. And the church will have different areas. Areas that are affluent, areas that are not that affluent. How in your tenure do you plan to bring all the women together, regardless of those geographical variations?
Okay. Thank you, Sisi Bunmi. The Catholic women organizations now in Abuja, we have the Confraternity of Christian Mothers. You have the Catholic Sisters United. You have the our Legion, and we have Zimtamaka. We are all there in the same mass. Now, how do I want to bring them up? We normally have what we call Wuko Week. It's a week-long program. That is World Union of Catholic Women Organizations. On that very day, every of these societies, including the ones that will still join us, they will wear what? The same wrapper. That is the Wuko Week. We will all march to the altar the same way. We all dance to embrace ourselves, knowing that there's no division in the body of Christ. So, and on the 25th, we have them as mothers of the day. We are already together. There's no division. The mothers of the day of that event are these people we are calling, and other mothers that from all walks of life. We call you are mother of the day. You don't pay for it. Mother of the day, mother of the day, mother of the day. So to show you that we are working towards
regardless of
financial
capacity.
Yes.
We want to carry everybody along.
And the provision has been